Hi guys, welcome back. This is Average Trainer here with your daily dose of Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battling goodness. Now today we have I shouldn't say a rematch. Taz is actually a regular on the show now, so we have a match against Taz here, one of my good buddies. He is the owner of Pokemon Battle Station on Facebook. You should join that page. I'm admin there. That's the best place you're going to find me if you want to get a battle with me. So that's that. He does run the page. It's his page. So I was, itching for a battle, a rematch, because I'm losing all the time to Taz. I win against everyone, but there are three people on the site that I lose to all the time: Taz, Obe, and old dude Mikey. I just can't beat these guys. But soon, very soon, I will destroy them and laugh because I will take their soul and lock it up in coffin. I will. Anyway, enough of my gripes. Let's get into the battle day. We have Taz running his standard team with a Magic Bounce Espeon, his Gengar, his Mega Scissors, Greninja, Darmanitan, and his Ferrothorn. Now, you know my team already. Scarfrafter, Coffin, Breloom, Nidoking, Gardos, and Regis Ice. So, without further ado, let's start wasting time and let's get into the match, right? Okay, so I go into my Scarf Raptor leading, knowing that he's gonna go in with his Fire Torn, try to set up rocks all over this thing, and he doesn't want any of this action. I don't over predict the first turn. I go straight for the close combat. I actually switch out into his Gengar. Gengar doesn't get affected by close combat, and I don't want my Scarf to take any damage. I go into my Regis Ice, knowing I can take any special hit that he is willing to dish out. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp instead to get residual damage on to my Regis Ice, because you know how this Regis Ice just likes to take souls. So now he gets his nice residual damage. He opts to go out and go into his Espeon, thinking that I might set up, knowing that Regis Ice do have the ability to set up on people, but I don't have to set up. I just have the full attacking set with Assault Vest. He doesn't know this. It's his first time fighting Regis Ice, so I go for the Charge Beam, and I get the special attack raise, I think. No, I don't get a special attack raise. And I go for the second one, aiming to get a special attack raise, and I still don't get it. I was kind of really upset at this point, and he goes into the Substitute, knowing he could take those pretty well. I go for the Thunderbolt just to break his Substitute. I break the Substitute, and now he's in a very revengeable range. But I forgot he did set up the Wish, so he set up that Substitute just to get his Wish back. Goes to the Psychic. That's not going to do too much for Regis Ice. I go for the Charge Beam, hoping to get my special attack raise and not getting it. I finally get the special attack raise that I wanted. Now I could go for the Thunderbolt to take him out. He goes for the Wish pass to somebody in his team so he can bring in that. I opt to go for the Blizzard. Blizzard is the strongest attack on the set, and it could take out the Espeon no problem. At this point in time, Regis Ice has only a little bit left in him, and he knows this. So without wasting any time, he goes into his priority user, which is his Scissors. He Swords Dance on me so he can set up on my face, but I really don't want to switch out here because Regis is pretty much dead, and I opt to go for the Thunderbolt. It does about half to the Scissors, but I forgot he had a Wish at this point, so he could take that. I live by one, and he Mega Evolves all in my face and goes for the Bullet Punch. Now he's at +2, to take me out. Yep. And Reggie's ice goes down. My robot's dead. I go into my Gardos, getting that intimidate action off, so I can put him back to +1 instead of +2 with scissors. But I don't want to stay here, and I go into my coffin now, knowing that I could take whatever he dishes out. He sees this, and he goes into his fair turn, thinking this is opportunity to set up his sets. I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I know this thing carries Gyro Ball and it hits pretty hard with Gyro Ball. He opts to go for his rocks and not his spikes, and I think I have I don't think I have the hex here. I opted to go out and go into my Nidoking, and I know I can take this fur turn out now since I have burn on it. And he opted to go for 1 layer of spikes. Now that spikes and that stealth rock is crucial for his plan, and that's going to play a major role in how he's going to deal with this match. So he lets his Ferrothorn go down, did his job, it got its spikes, got rocks, did what it needed to do. So goes into his shiny Greninja, and I don't want none of that action. I go right out into my Breloom. At this point in time, it doesn't make any point. My Breloom already has its sash broken because of the spikes and stuff up, so I said I would use it at this point in time. He goes for the stab Ice Beam, and he takes me out. At this point in time, I needed a safe switch into Greninja, so I know that my Scarf Raptor outspeeds Greninja, and I go for that close combat action since it's partly ice type due to the protein, and I take it out a clean OHKO for the Greninja. I take out the Greninja, easy squeezy lemon cheesy. Goes into his Darmanitan. At this point in time, I thought it was Band-Aid and not choice. I go out into my Gardos thinking I can deal with this, and I go for the Intimidate to make his Scarf pretty much useless, and he opts to go for the Flare Blitz. Now the Flare Blitz does a lot of damage to Gardos. I know it's not vested in Bolt. That did way too much to my Gardos. I opt to go for the Mega Evolution here, and Mega Evolution it all up in his face, and I opt to go for the Waterfall, but I forgot that Mega Gardos doesn't get a speed boost when it Mega Evolves. It still has the same speed. It gets a attack boost, a defense boost, and I think an HP buff. Maybe a special defense buff too, but I don't think it gets a speed buff. So, not knowing this, I go back into my Scarf Raptor. He can't really handle Scarf Raptor. This time, I make the right prediction. He don't go for the close combat. I go for the Brave Bird instead. And I noticed Gengar was coming back out. Straight for the Brave Bird, right to the dome. Gengar clean OHKO for Scarf Raptor. And Scarf Raptor is putting in overtime for the whole team. He goes back into the scissors, thinking he can live Scarf Raptor's Bandit, Scarf Raptor's reckless Brave Bird. But that does a clean 40% to his scissors, but his scissors takes it like a beast, goes for the X scissors, but my Scarrafter takes himself out, and I go into my Carfrigus because I know I can wall pretty much anything this scissors wants to do with Carfrigus. Knowing he's going to switch out, I ought to go for the Toxic and not the Burn, I think. No, I opt to go for the Burn, yeah, and it kind of bite me in the back. I knew he was going to switch out, but I didn't want to take the risk, and I went for the Will-O-Wisp instead. I should have gone for the Toxic there, knowing that was one of my bad plays, number 1, and he gets a crit with the Flare Blitz, and I die. Carfrigus dies. That was all these crits, man. These crits. So he's in this point in time, he goes into his, I go into my Nether King, hoping to get some sort of residual damage, and he goes for the Flare Blitz, and I get another crit. I like all these crits, man. Them crits. And his Darmanitan is just sweet my whole team. Crits here, crits there, crits everywhere. Am I in Crit City? I don't know. But leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't, and leave comments in the YouTube comment section. This is your average trainer signing out. Peace.